Snake pretty much all my life, and after doing good my senior year, my parents finally said I could get one. I've invested a bunch of money in this setup. I have two heat mats. They're both plugged into this thing, which monitors the power of the heat mats. Oh crap, it's really high. It's also plugged into this thing, which monitors the temperature. It's a thermostat, so it turns on and off the heat mats when it gets too hot or cold. For some reason, it got pretty hot there. It's at 97. It's supposed to be at 92. Although, it might have been because I cranked this thing up too high. But it's not too much to worry about since my snake is hanging out on the cool side of his hide right now. I'm also monitoring the ambient temperature, and keeping the ambient temperature high using a ceramic heating element. And I'm trying to keep the humidity in using this cardboard. And this keeps the humidity and heat in since my room is air conditioned. But it stays nice and warm in here because I've got this nice heating element. I'm also buying another thermostat. I'm ordering it online so that I can monitor the temperature of this bulb and the ambient temperature. And yeah, I'm also trying to monitor the temperature, the humidity, and get it right. And right now the humidity is not being right because I'm using paper towels as substrate. I'm ordering coconut substrate online because coconut seems to be a good option for keep regulating humidity in the terrarium, and it's also like not as expensive as the other option. There's another option, I forget the name of it. It's another type of substrate that's a lot more expensive, but not that I wouldn't spend the money, but I've already invested a lot of money into the snaking setup. I pretty much bought everything except for the terrarium and like the hides, which I got from a friend who used to keep snakes and doesn't anymore. I did everything by the book, and my snake didn't take a meal, so it's not a huge deal. So essentially the guy I bought it from recommended that I feed the snake a small rat on Friday, and it's Friday, so what I did is I got a Ziploc baggie and I put the rodent in there, and then I ran my sink to get some hot water. It's cold now, but it was hot, and I essentially de-thawed the rodent in there. Then the snake wouldn't take the meal, so I did a little bit more research, and I learned that essentially you can use an infrared bulb to heat up the rodent so that it's at this at mammal body temperature. So I heated up the rodent for 15 minutes and I tried it again, and the snake didn't take the meal. So it's not a huge deal. I've only had this snake for a week, and this is the first time I'm trying to feed it. So but if it doesn't eat in the next 3 meals, I might have to try other stuff. Yeah, you just like shake the mouse around, and it was a little interested in it, but it didn't bite. Maybe it's the humidity that's the problem. Maybe it's something else. But for now, I think I'm just gonna leave the mouse. And if it doesn't eat it by the end of the day, I'm gonna take it out and throw it in the trash, since I don't want a nasty mouse soup on my hands. This is my first snake. I've never had a snake before, but it's been like a lifelong dream of mine. They are kind of cool pets. I've got a warm hide and a cool hide. I've got the whole setup in here. The guy said that he was recently demited, so I shouldn't have wood in there for now, but I'm gonna eventually add a couple climbing elements to keep him interested, since he does seem to like climbing. I've got the temperature and humidity and everything all monitored. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong necessarily. He did go on live food for like a month, so maybe he's kind of spoiled now. I'm considering, if nothing else works, after I run out of these. I only bought 3 rats, so I could try it for 3 weeks. They're small rats, but if that doesn't work, I'm gonna consider turning him into a mouser and feeding him mice. Now I understand that mice are smaller. Jumbo mice are smaller than small rats, so I'd have to feed him to... Oh, did you see him? He's coming out. He might actually consider it. Oh dang, he might consider it. Actually, I'm gonna shake it and see if he might get interested. Oh no, he got scared. Yeah, he just doesn't want to eat this mouse. I mean, rat. I keep messing up mouse and rat, but this is a rat, a small rat, and I'm considering changing him to jumbo mice if I can't get him to feed in the next 3 tries. I'm ordering a mini freezer online since my parents don't want me keeping the mice in the freezer for much longer. They're letting me keep like 3 rats in the freezer right now, but they said that as soon as my mini freezer arrives, I'm gonna keep all my stuff in there. And I'm also gonna buy rats in bulk or mice. But I think that it's just the humidity, because large humidity fluctuations, like since I started filming this, the humidity's gone down 3%. Large humidity fluctuations can stress out these animals, and I just can't seem to get the humidity right with a paper towel substrate. I'm gonna change it to coconut substrate as soon as that comes in the mail. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video, and hopefully my snake eats by then.